Africans. What you come do in North Africa?
Okay, let's go by the shop. Let's go where we came from. Let's go turn around. No. Hey, don't hold me. Hey, I won't come. I won't come.
Further demand. We are demanding a forensic investigation into the following contract.
We've now had issues where the Nigerian country now is calling for compensation for losses of property, business and emotional damage, if I'm not mistaken.
In Zimbabwe, there is a gentleman currently called Begimpilo Mbetsi. Begimpilo is arrested currently because they are planning to have a march on the 31st of July.
Under whose name the certificate of acceptability was issued. The shop itself was operated by a foreign national, as confirmed by the community of Naledi.
Mo wena u landlord, mo wena u dile hostel, mo wena u fakile hotel. So patale metsi. O patale motaka so rekisisa batho. Whoa. How? Uzashutana nathi la.
Wangithini mina ngale nto le? Yabo nje ngixabana nawe mina ngikusabe.
Ku-wrong futhi nayi camera lapha.
Nathi sinama ndaba nale camera yini. Le camera yini ayiveze into eniyenzayo la.
Hayi bafowethu kutholakala inkundla ke manje ama-Bangladesh basaphusha wona nomshikashiko wama-expired ukudla kwey'ngane ke manje oku-expayile ngamathini ngabona wena ngawethu taxi amasosi ugwayo ifeki asibafaka epalamende sibele.
Check them. ID number is the same. Le document le.
Yazi namhlanje ngithi case reflecte kancane on the questions that they were asked by Julius Malema when Mr. Mkhwanazi was appearing lapha Water Committee in the parliament. Maybe if you missed some of the questions, just go back on that interview between Julius Malema and Mr. Mkhwanazi when he was cross-questioned lapha Water Committee.
This is Open Up Podcast. Welcome. Each and everyone that was speaking in the beginning of this video is part of this video. There are so many activities that are taking place here in South Africa. As you know that we have March and March, we have a lot of these different organizations that are working with the police to fight against illegal immigrants that are here in South Africa. So in this video, you'll see there are a lot of different clips of those organizations raiding shops and checking if people they have documents, if they have necessary documents to even do business and hire people here in South Africa. Day before yesterday, the video that I've posted, there was a woman that was there owning a salon who was destroying her own salon. I came across her clip on Facebook where she's explaining the whole story. The story is not what we heard from that clip. She's part of this video. She's going to explain what happened that day. So please don't forget to do your part at home. Like this video, share your comment at home, and also subscribe to this channel so that each and every time when I bring you videos like this one, they come to you as a notification. Let's watch.
Okay, let's go by the shop. Let's go where we came from. Let's go turn around. No. Now, get to them. They're checking key for the shop. Don't have attitude, Baba. Don't have attitude, huh? Don't have attitude. I show you. Okay, show me. Show me. Are you permitted to be in South Africa? Yeah. Are you permitted? Yeah. Yeah, this one. Don't check it.
Let me have a look at it.
Don't check it. Check it for me.
Where's your physical passport? You got it?
Passport?
Yeah, my home.
Where's your home?
Right, you're not allowed the country. You have to have your passport on you.
No.
Even physical one, you need to have on you, brother.
Cut it. Yes, he lied. He had a key for here, he had a key for there.
Yes, he lied.
He lied. Arrested. Obstructed. What's going on, okay? Look.
Let's hear. Make sure your place is locked. Don't say the police came and stole it. Come.
Where's the key? David. David, where's the key? Richard. They got the key. Officers have got the key. Sorry, there's the key. Are the locks on the back? For the back gate, the locks on the front.
Lock the door in the back there.
Hey, close the outside door, Baba.
We're not coming rain now. We're not coming back now. The rain, for the rain, close. This locker works well. This one.
Make sure you lock well because
This locker works well.
here. We're giving you time to lock up so that you don't say someone came and stole from you, no? So do the right thing and lock up.
Well, in case you live. Where to sleep? Lock, and talk. Lock. Okay? This one where you go now.
Let's come.
This way now.
What do you want? Front and back, huh? Come lock the front now.
Come. We're giving you free lift.
Don't hold me. Hey, I won't come. I won't come.
Shop at Naledi, under whose name the certificate of acceptability was issued. The shop itself was operated by a foreign national, as confirmed by the community of Naledi to our investigation team. In this regard, Section 42, subsection 1 of the Immigration Act prohibits the aiding and abetting of foreigner to conduct any business or occupy, entering into any agreement with him or her to conduct any business or occupation, harboring him or her, which includes providing accommodation, letting or selling, or in any manner making available any immovable property in the Republic to him or her. The evidence reveals that the Department of Small Business Development, commonly known as SDBD, through its Small Business Enterprise Development and Finance Agency, SEDFA, has identified specific instances of business fronting, beneficiary mismatch, fraud, or misrepresentations where the details of the license holder differed from those of the operators of the spaza shops, which constitutes a direct attempt at fronting to bypass the requirement that shops must be owned and operated by South African citizens. Absence of DHC and concerns regarding the effective...
People are still fighting against illegal immigrants. The government said, and also President Ramaphosa said, the police are the ones that should do this job. The police are the ones that are supposed to go out there and ask for documents. And the police, it seems like they are doing exactly that. share in the comment section. The second clip is like the police had some dispute with the community, because what I heard in the background are police saying you are trying to protect your illegal immigrants, so you rather shoot us then. So that's what the people were saying in the background. Share your comment also in the comment section, and let's keep going.
Mo wena u landlord, mo wena u dile hostel, mo wena u fakile hotel. Kuri mo, how many rooms are lebelele? Masipala u fa metsi, u fa toilet. Wena wa everybody ndweka blocker here. Una return no masipala is not working. So how many people have you put here when only one? How many rooms are here? 7.
So what patala mali?
7. Why are you five mar? So but what about Baba Hirle how many a day?
5.
Baga baten no.
What patala mali?
7 marugo.
What patala mali?
So what patala baga? 1.2. So patali metsi. O patala motlakase go rekisitsa batho. Motlakase ba patala motlakase. Metsi ona? Sky school.
Hi, is that the only
Taka bira wa rates. And Papa MMCG. Yes, they only buy electricity. Yeah. They've used if my dad. That was a communal check. Yes. I check with on account. Because that's what is important. Yeah. Lemre.
Wangithini mina ngale nto le. Yabona nje ngixabana la mina ngikusabe.
Kurong futhi nayi camera lapha.
Nathi sina kunandaba nale camera yini. Le camera yini ayiveze into enenzayo la. Ayiveze into enenzayo siyazi mothina le nto le. Wena uma sikwazi ukuthi usikhandela ukudla onje la. Uyayibona indawo okhanda kuyo ukudla.
Utshela for last week. Befika la lezo.
Hayi ndoda yabo wena siyangikhathela mina ngangekho lapho. Ngangekho lapho mina sekufike mina ke manje. Mina ngiyiveze lento ngiyivezela umphakathi. Buka. Yes, and again nuka lana.
Okay, let's talk about the first clip. I've said it, I said this before in these videos that I'm posting, that some of the problems that we go through sometimes in our townships are the problems that we've caused ourselves. The reason why I'm saying let's talk about that clip, the man has 7 tenants, you know, in his yard where he's supposed to be staying with his family. He stays with 7 different people now, and probably they don't stay alone. Some of them, maybe they have wife and kids, you know. So he has 7 tenants. In the house that is supposed to be having 1 stove, 1 fridge, now it has 7 stoves, 7 fridges. So the consumption level from electricity and water is too much. From just one house. It takes electricity that should be used by 7 different houses. I mean the whole of his street. Just one house consumes electricity that much, consumes water that much. And then when we're having a shortage of these things, we complain first. But we have people in our own yard that are not paying for those services, that also we are not paying for those services. We just enjoy taking rent from them. So I don't think it's fair. I don't even think it's fair for your neighbors. If, for example, we have a load shedding, we have water shortage, you know exactly that you are using water that is supposed to be used by 8 houses. They are using electricity that is supposed to be used by 8 houses. You yourself, you are using that. So it's not fair. Share also in the comment section what you think about the clips that you have just watched, and let's keep going.
Check it. ID number is the same. That document in there. That document. Iyenye yama document eyenza lo muntu azagcina afike la. Into engekho la i permanent resident certificate. kodwa le document iyinzalo yale. Uma ngabe usuka ngaphandle uyi-refugee in the country, ile document oyithola ekugunyaza ukuthi ube la eSouth Africa ngoba ubhacile. Uma ngabe usubhacile-ke umthetho-ke uthi-ke uyakwazi ukuhlala ugraduate-ke to different levels up until uzofikela. Uma ngabe usufuna ukuyi-verifya lento in terms of investigation, ukucheck ukuthi-ke kuyahambelana konke lokho. Ucheck-ke ngokuthi-ke ucheck-ke le document, ucheck i-PR document bese ucheck-ana. So le okay ke le uma ngabe ukuthi kamama umama kule sefanele siyicheke e-refugee noma siyicheke lentuza e-consent, which kuzodinga ukuthi ngiyishuthe ngithumele si-verify ukuthi njengoba ibhalwe la kanje, angitshe bonke manje nathi information yakhona ithi yakhishwa nini sefanele sicheke nomuntu ukuthi njengoba lento ikhombisa ukuthi expired, fanele sicheke ukuthi njengoba ikhombisa ukuthi expired, fanele sicheke ukuthi-ke manje-ke what other documents anayo umama, unayo yini i-permanent residence after this. Yes, uqala la kuqala usuka la kufanele sicheke ikhona nenye document asenayo ngoba mhlawumbe njengoba ephethene usegraduate wafika la angithi la amazwe ahlukahlukene, khona amazwe aqualify to get this, khona amazwe angibeke nje kanjalo. So kulo kufanele sicheke ukuthi-ke this document njengoba lo mama ekuyena le njengoba ingasekho valid kufanele sicheke njengoba ikhishwe la useyi-aplayele entsha noma usa-aplayele i-permanent residence, ngoba kungenzeka uthole ukuthi une-application ye-permanent residence epending.
So from someone to move from a refugee, what circumstances must allow them to come into Balega's with love on whatever war that is there in this case? There are war in Africa, any of the African countries. And as a refugee, after a period of time, situation so what qualifies you to move from being a refugee to a permanent resident if emakhaya kubo sisimo sesishintshile?
Angithi-ke thina sinemthetho nathi esigayida njengoba sine-Immigration Act.
Kunombhede la?
Angazi umnikazi webhedi.
So where were you sleeping inside? You are sleeping inside? No. Yeah. No. So you know each other? I want to go toilet only. I don't know. So how do you know each other? I come in only in public. I come in public. Next to the toilet.
Kodwa kukhona izinto zakho mafezi ekhathi ama-document abantu la.
That's my bed now. The bed one of my workers.
Okay, let me explain, guys. I'm a tenant. Njengoba ngiyi-tenant kuney'ndawo esikhontrola kuzona njengoma-first bese kuba ney'ndawo zika-landlord engengizazi. So uma ngabe ukubuza with this gentleman, you can even ask him. I don't know even his name.
The bed one of my friends, you know the bed there.
There's someone who sleeps there?
Yeah, one of my friends.
Okay, what do? You have a photocopy company?
Yeah.
So how do you end up with IDs from home if your photocopy company is up there?
No, the photocopy is downstairs. Upstairs is empty office. But we keep on stock. We keep on stock. We keep on stock.
We keep on stock. See, conclude Criminal Procedure Act or SAPS. fanele ungenelele be-SABS udile thina sefanele simonithe-ke uma ifike esibotha ngakhona siunike ile ntuzi i-assignment ukuthi deal with this issue nangu umuntu simthole in this position bese uphethe into efanelekile lokuthi ama-documents awabuzi kodwa sewabonile be-SABS.
But now that we've removed some of these illegal immigrants and some of the countries have actually been generous enough to come and repatriate their people, take them back to the country, whether by buses or airplane or whatever the means of transport is, we've now had issues where the Nigerian country now is calling for compensation for losses of property, business and emotional damage, if I'm not mistaken, that was suffered by the illegal citizens that were repatriated.
Can we please spend a little bit of time on this?
Okay.
So first things first, no government in its right mind will pay you for the money you lost when you broke its laws. No government in its right mind will pay you for the money you lost when you broke its laws. Now, and I'm starting with that because I want to go to something. If they want to open the can of worms, the Nigerian government, right? If they want to open that can of worms, it will work out three ways for them. And possibly all three things will happen. The first thing that will happen is they have a pool of claimants, right? A list of claimants that say we've lost businesses, we've lost A, we've lost B, we've lost C, right? Which means that you are operating in South Africa a business, right? Which means that you are operating a business in South Africa, right? So if you're operating a business in South Africa and there's a whole pool of people that say we've lost, if the South African government even decides to entertain them, to entertain the conversation, the first thing the South African government will do is the due diligence. You're operating in South Africa. Are you operating your business legally in South Africa? Is your business visa valid? Do you even have one? And I can promise you 90% of them will fall from that tree.
Yeah, because there's a law where you must invest 5 million rand into the country.
To get that visa, you need to invest 5 million rand, right? You need to have that proof of finance. You need, I think, also a recommendation letter from the Department of Trade and Industry. You need to show the country how you're going to benefit the country. You need, before even coming in, right? And I'm struggling to reconcile that a guy that owns 2 salons in Braamfontein will have invested 5 million in South Africa and hired 60% of his staffing component as South Africans. So of that whole pool, I'm quite sure that a whole 90% is ineligible to even take part in the conversation. Number one, right? So it will be watered down from 100% to 10%. Now, the second thing is you are going to now start seeing Nigerians in this country that are operating in business having also to depart. Why? Because of the same problem that those that did stay, quite a lot of them as well, are not business visa compliant. So if that due diligence is going to be done, I don't think it will only be done for the people that left. It will also be done for the people that are here. So is it a good idea for Nigerian government to open that can of worms? I don't think so.
But can we not claim compensation from them because their people came in and...
That's the third thing.
Okay.
That's the third thing. Now, if we are going to be invoiced as a country, right? Because people lost some businesses, people lost some shops, blah, 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 right?
Which were not supposed to be there in the first place.
Yes. We'll take that invoice, right? And then we'll give an invoice in return. And then you need to then pay us for all the prisoners that have been hunted down, caught, processed, jailed, and fed while in jail for all the drugs, Sizokuthola vibes, all the drugs, all the
decaying buildings,
all of that, all the criminality that happens. Will you be able to accept an invoice for that inconvenience you've brought into our country? The people that come here on a visitor's visa that's supposed to last, I think, 90 days. He came here 8 years ago. He's still here. right? That person is using water, he's using roads, he's using the sewer, he is using clinics, they've had kids born at Krisani Parakwanat. Are they willing to accept an invoice for that? Because we're invoicing each other for inconveniences. Are they ready to have that conversation? That would be the question. So I don't think, to their own benefit, they shouldn't open that can of worms. They shouldn't. I don't think.
Please share also in the comment section what you think about these clips that you have watched. I think I agree with my brother in this one because of we've been saying these things. We know what Nigerians do here in South Africa. We know a lot of activities that they are doing. So hearing this conversation of saying they've been affected, their businesses are affected while they were here illegally, then that becomes a problem. But my brother in this clip that we have just seen, he's breaking it down better than I do, you know. So share also in the comment section what you think about these clips, and let's just keep going.
Igama lami uNadine, nihlala eMeto Janine Melmonti, imilo sisilo nitholile inkinga esaloni. Ukona abantu bafikile uthi bafika ngazi beku Friday uthi uphi ona wesaloni baza babakhombisa mina nisukume nikulume nabo uthi from next week akuvumeleki eforeigner kuba ona wesaloni sizokamuka nama ona wethu bazo ona amasaloni nize nithoke hakunjalo ngathi abangamhlambe ayi bayakhuluma kuphela yafika Monday akaze bafika Tuesday lwesibili uthi bayasivalisa umnyango bebakho nama client ngaphakathi siyavala ngaphakathi siyayivalela siyabaqala mlinde siqede lawo ma client siyayivalela ngaphakathi siyaqeda lawo ma client bakhuluma uthi kusasa Wednesday kuzokamuka ama owner wesaluni nina amuvumeleki kuba owner wesaluni into niphathekela kabi bani biza uthi mina ni illegally wa from Mozambique mina aniko umuntu wase Mozambique mina ni muntu wase DRC Congo. President wami is Antoine Felix Tshisekedi Sud-Kivu Uvira. So baza bakamuka Wednesday nama ona babo uti puma esaluni uti nibavulele nibanigeze ikiye bangene bayosebenza nami kanjani nipuma kukoka i-rent mushaka 7 i-rent yale building yale saluni is 12,000 nipuma kukokela i-rent yami mushaka 7 wena mushaka 14 uti ufuna kungena usebenze izinto zami unilethele umunye uona uti abuye ayosebenza mina akuvumeleki nibe phakathi nize nibuze nibize lo sisi lo balethile uthi uye lo uona nyambiza iceleni sisi wami osa sicoce iceleni like ntombazane kuntombazane buka isaluni yami injani wena ke nyampela if le saluni isaluni yakho ungakwazi kushiyela umuntu nyampela for free nyampela sinengizile yonke into kanje singiqedile imali usisi wabantu wazo wakhuluma uthi benilinda wena sixoxe nawe indaba ufuna malini nyamtshela okay sisi lezi ndo le ngadi spend 120,000 iyo lo ngakhuluma so wena mlo 120,000 ubona ungathola malini usisi wabantu wakhuluma uthi ay ungakhulumeli ama-100 at least u-50,000 ngaza ngamtshela okay 50,000 okay cela ke unikeza 50,000 yonke into zokushela ngaphakathi yonke into nabasebenzi bami usebenza nabo yonke into ngaza ngamcela so ma wena uzoba owner wesaluni ningakwazi kusebenza nawe mina nibe phansi kwakho nibe like niyakusebenzela usisi waza wanqaba uthi akuvumeleki wena usebenze usisi lo akuvumeleki wena usebenze la so ngaza ngamtshela okay akunakinga ngicela ke lo 50,000 waza wanitshela uthi linda nibize ukhona uputi lo puti lo bekhuluma lapho uthi mina wase Mozambique kanti mina wase DRC Congo linda nibize lo puti lo nilethile ngapha uthi imi lo owner wesaluni so waza wambiza siyambiza lo puti usisi wabantu wakhuluma uthi singiqedile ukhuluma nalo sisi uthi kulungile ku 50,000 akasekho ku 100,000 uputi how u-50,000 imali ganga imali inkulu kanje masibala lo amakhabete angazi ukuthi ukhabete ilotwa 150 wayesebenzisa 150 angazi amamira angazi ngiyamtshela asibali lokho sibala i-business sinikandile i-business yami sinikandile sibala lokho nalokho konke sinilungisile esaluni yami uthi masikunika imali iningi u10,000 ngiyamtshela bhuti wami u10,000 izonisiza nani nize nimbize futhi lo sisi lo balethile uthi u-owner wesaluni sisi oza futhi sikhulume siyaxoxana ngiyamtshela sisi cela ke unikeze u40,000 usisi wathula lo bhuti waza wanqaba ma ufuna u10,000 waza wanibamba isikhwama sami letha cela ikiye yesaluni nami ngiyamtshela ngeke nikwazi ukukhipha ikiye wesaluni niphuma kurenta manje u12,000 baze bangenise ama-client uthi abantu basebenza nami bebasebenza nami uthi ngenani muyosebenza nali client kanjani ungangenisa client uclient ahlale kwisitulo zami imira zami edryer yami amakama wami ugezi wami awusebenzisi kanjani nize nimcele uputi ngiyacela uninike insuku yanamuhla niyotsabanga kahle uthi nzoyenza njani uputi waza wanqaba uthi asifuni into yanamuhla yokutsabanga yokusasa wara khipha yonke into yakho usinikeze ikiye yesaluni iyo longaza ngakhipha ke izinto zami mhlambe nabetsabanga ukuthi mina zokhipha kuphela ma-happis cha mele nikhiphe yonke into yami ngalungisa lapho ngathi spende imali inkulu kule saluni inkulu ngathi spende imali inkulu lapho so iyo lokho benifuna kuphela into benifuna nibatshele nonke because nonke video yami yatrenda yonke indawo uthi mina wase Mozambique cha mina aniko illegal mina uforeigner wase DRC Congo ngiyapindela futhi my president is Antoine Felix Tshisekedi siyabonga bafethu siyabonga bazalwane.
This is the clip that I was talking about, the woman that we had in my previous video where she was destroying her salon. She's explaining the story now of what happened there, you know. I feel sorry about what happened to her. I'm sorry, my sister, that you had to go through that, you know. But what I want to say is the date was announced. My sister here, she's one of the people that undermined when the marchers were announcing that the 30th of June, everyone that is here illegally should go back to their country. Because my sister here, she's rectifying that she's not from Maputo, she's from Congo. but she's not going deeper. She's not explaining if she's here legally or illegally, you know. She didn't explain that in the whole video, but she explains that the guys that were speaking on the video, they said she was from Mozambique. She's not from Mozambique, she's from Congo. Her salon, she's renting, she's paying 12K in that salon, and also she's breaking down basically everything that they said, because remember in the clip they said the woman, she said she wanted 100,000. After that she changed to 50,000. They offered her 10,000, she refused. But now she's the one that is speaking and explaining what happened there, because she's the one that was owning the salon, right? So yeah, share also in the comment section. I hope you remember the clip of this woman. It was trending. I also included it in this channel. It's there. This is why when I was seeing it, I was like, okay, this is the woman that we saw the other day. Okay, let's keep going.
Stupid black Africans. What you come do in North Africa? You come to our country to steal and you leave your country. Why?
This country. These men are migrants with dreams of being smuggled to Europe by sea.
Excuse me, can I speak to you? We are going inside. Have a sit in your place. Have a sit in your place.
They come in their thousands from Niger, Mali, Nigeria, Ghana. It's hard to believe that these are the lucky ones, rescued from warehouses like the one in which we witnessed the auction. They're sold if those warehouses become overcrowded or if they run out of money to pay their smugglers. Of these rescued men, so many here say they were held against their will. It doesn't take us long to find victory.
Just take us home. No food, no drinking water. Just take us home. Want to go? No food, no water, nothing.
Victory was a slave.
We know that some people are being sold.
Yes.
Some people are being sold. Is this something you've heard about? Can you tell us about that?
Sure.
Tell us.
I was sold.
What happened?
On my way coming, I was sold. Merciless beating. If you look at most of the people here, if you check their body, you see the mark, they're beating. With electric, even your boot or they took something like a sharp object. Understand? Most of them lost that.
It was an Arab man that used gun to hit my eyes. You see what I'm passing through. I can't ever tell. I don't just know. For those Arab people, we cannot tell. We just pray to God to save us, we Nigerians, for another country from the hands of the Libyans. At least they should try their best. I've spent 2 years plus. But for me staying there now, it's close to 7 months. It was because of the sweat. On my body I've got white. We have not taken our bath since 2 months. Just to bath, maybe to brush. If some people should open their body, they fix pipe inside their private part, pipe to piss. Tell some people to open their body. They should put their body for you. You will see that these people have finished us. Is it bullet wound? Is it the gunshot? Even when we are going to eat, they beat us. We are going in.
We have over 150 Nigerians inside the place. And in my presence, 3 Nigerians were shot dead and thrown into a river in a place called Suleiman.
The youth, they should get involved in politics. Me, I like politics very well. You should get involved in politics. If you are in politics, you can bring a change. All these people are old. These leaders are old. They don't care about us. Let's come together with the youth. Let's sanitize each other. Nigeria can be better through us.
Can you imagine if it was Americans being sold as slaves in Libya? Can you imagine if Europeans were being sold as slaves in Libya?
Let's talk about what is happening in Libya. You have seen this clip that is here in this video. Just one different clip. It's from Libya. You know, when you think here in South Africa things are worse, you are just playing games after watching that clip, because we have been called different names. We have been called xenophobic and all these sorts of names, but we never done any of those things that are there in the clip. In fact, ever since the march was has started or has been, there are no cases that was reported of people being murdered here in South Africa. You know, except the ones that I heard, the ones that were traveling. I even had a clip of the bus driver that was explaining that these people, we take them here as a certain number, and then each and every time after crossing the border, we'll find out that the number is not exactly the same as we left South Africa, you know, except those cases. But march and march, or the people that are marching, they have not committed anything that is there, that is out there, that we have seen on the news, you know. But we've been called names, as I said. We've been called names. We are famous all over Africa, all over the world, by the way, that South Africans are xenophobic, South Africans are fighting other Africans that are here in South Africa. But no one speak about Libya or the Libya problems. Or these problems that we are seeing are not as, you know, as famous as ours, you know. These African leaders that are always vocal when it comes to South Africa, they are quiet. They are not as vocal as they are supposed to when it comes to Libya. And I think that's where they should exercise their powers, fighting, helping those people that are there in that clip.
Yazi namhlanje ngithi ke reflecte kancane on the questions that they were asked by Julius Malema when Mr. Mkhwanazi was appearing lapha kwaTalk committee in the parliament. Maybe if you missed some of the questions, just go back on that interview between Julius Malema and Mr. Mkhwanazi when he was cross-questioned lapha kwaTalk committee. Kune-clip le engifuna undlalela yona. Please pay attention to this part of this question.
Do you know the relationship of President and Paul O'Sullivan?
No, I don't know how related they are. I just don't know that Mr. Paul O'Sullivan speaks a lot about being in contact with many people, including the president. So I have not gone deeper into establishing the type of relationship they have.
Does he have do you know of any relationship between him and one of the president's advisors?
Mr. Paul O'Sullivan? No, not that I know of. I know that there is a lot of talks about engagement, I think, with Mr. Chauke and amongst others.
The questioning of Julius Malema in this partner, Ibeya exactly on this special advisor, Yaka Cyril Ramaphosa, the guy called Bejani Chauke. So, Morgan Maumela, when he was arrested this previous week, his house, there was a drone that was flying around the house. So, it drone layer, ya pick up this part of the house, umakhelwane waga Morgan Maumela, lo implicated good billion Tembisa hospital looting. So the social media investigators, they started digging with who's this guy next to Morgan Maumela house with blue lights, and then they found Uti Ngubejani Chauke, the special advisor of Cupcake Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa. So the question of Julius Malema, it was going directly to this guy, Ubejani Chauke. It's just that Guti azange afuna kumbiza ngegama. But Mr. Mkhwanazi ube nesibindi sokuthi athi Mr. Chauke he doesn't know much. But guys, it is alleged that Ubejani Chauke, he's one of the CR17 campaign managers. Just like Usenzo Mchunu naye, but he is alleged that he is CR17 campaign manager. Because there are some funds that they were channeled through ECR17 through Ubejani Chauke. And Ubejani Chauke, naye, he's part of the people ECR17 campaigning, le batela ama votes for people uti bapagamise Cyril Ramaphosa. At some point, Ukwere Mantashe even confirmed that yes, there was money that was paid to some of the people and as well as the media, and the media is fine with that to make sure the campaign runs smoothly. Look at what Kwere Mantashe said.
But today it was more complex because it was widespread. For example, there was a man who was campaigning for a Treasurer General. He worked in the office of the President. We raised our concern. This person is in the office. He's going around buying votes. Please deal with that issue. Fortunately or unfortunately, he's not elected Treasurer General of the SA. But if you go around displaying money, it's the worst way of dealing with things. Then you spoil these delegates. When they talk to you, don't give them money. They think that you are sick.
Yeah. I mean, I was concerned when I saw some delegates even crying, and I wondered, are they crying because they lost money, or are they crying because they genuinely believed in their...
PDA asked Cyril Ramaphosa, does he know Ubejani Chauke? Cyril Ramaphosa wampiga completely. Let's look at that evidence.
A recent example, one of your own nephews, his company scored contracts worth 381 million rand from Gauteng hospitals. And you write that it's not being felt by the majority of our citizens because BE only benefits ANC-connected cronies.
No, you keep saying my nephew. I don't even know this gentleman. And so let's not even get there. I don't know him.
And then Jiggy Utibo Tash posted this video saying they were with Cyril Ramaphosa. Look at the video.
I need to come to the president. You don't need to come to me. You come to me. Yeah. You come to me. Yeah. How are you, my brother? Yeah. I'll give you some love. I love you. I'll give you some love. Yeah. I love you. How are you? No better cameraman in the world. Let me tell you. Yes. So, I mean, if you say it's beautiful, this is the best.
I mean, like, guys, kuyakhonakala ukuthi uchude at this place yomuntu oso and then umphike. Futhi uchude naye isithombe umphike. I don't know, man. Kuyakhonakala. Ay nangazi, guys. Let's assume ukuthi mhlambe uBhejani Chauke nakangabizwa ku-ATOC nakuMadlanga Commission azoziphendulela uzokhona ukuphendula. This is the guy that we are talking about. At some point he was also seen taking a picture with Nhlanhla Lux. And then there was an interview la bebambuza khona ukuthi is he a politician? Waphika uBhejani Chauke wathi yena is not a politician. But jiki beka campaign ANC kuma by-elections. The surprising thing is that ukuthi uBhejani Chauke is the neighbor of Morgan Maumela. And then now Jigange corner, it's a house Yagakatiso Katie Mulive. And then few blocks away or the streets, it's a house of Cyril Ramaphosa. And then around the area, Gula Bekshala Kona, Utabo Besta, Banu Nandipa. So the motive of this video, guys, sometimes when a question is asked like a committee, abantu ababuza relevant questions, not like those questions of the DA and the MKP. Like uJulius Malema, bekabuza nice questions. I'm a question wake. They are channeling you to somewhere else. You understand? So that you can start like uzkulele when. So uBhejani Chauke is the neighbor of Morgan Maumela. Morgan Maumela or implicated with 2 billion tender ntontoni. Ekuzwakala ukuthi is alleged ukuthi ungubani ungumchana ka Cyril Ramaphosa. uBhejani Chauke uyini uyi-special advisor saka Cyril Ramaphosa. Niyayibona ukuthi this thing yenzakalani. You can connect the dots, guys.
Yes, we have reached the last part of our video. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you like the video, you subscribe, you share your comment at home, so that each and every time when I bring you videos like this one, they come direct to you as a notification. Let's talk about this last clip. You know why I added this clip? Because we still have Madlanga Commission. Madlanga Commission is still working. Cops are getting arrested, and a lot of information is still waiting to see or to you know, they still need to announce after everything. They still need to give a report, right? So we still have a Madlanga Commission. I like this clip because my brother has just summarized and also put together the most important information that we had at Madlanga Commission, but the way he has compiled it, you know, it makes sense. Even when I was watching the clip, I was like, yeah, you know, you got it correct, my brother. I think we are in the right direction, you know. So share your comment also about this last clip. I'll see you next time with another video.